guys, Lunar King here. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about dating during COVID. So, I don't know how like whoever was like previously already dating before everything started happening, like I don't know. I mean, I know obviously like I live in Philly and like we're transitioning into the green phase, but like there's still a lot of cases and like it's like spiking just because like everything's reopening and like people are not like people are still not doing the guidelines or following the guidelines and stuff like that. So I just want to know like how people are dating right now, like how like are you guys like following the guidelines when it comes to like you and the person that you're dating or are in a relationship with. Like obviously it's different if you live with this person, but it's just like I don't know how that's happening. Just dating like virtually in general, like for example, like I currently have Tinder and Hinge, and I've been matching with a lot of guys, and it's just been kind of like really whack, to be honest. Like it's just like some of the guys like I'm really attracted to, others not so much. But it's just like the conversations too, like even like it's just like, all right, so basically what I'm trying to say is, so like for instance, like there's, like I said, there's a few guys that I've matched with, there's a few guys that I've been like texting and having conversations with, and even like FaceTimed. And especially like in the Philly, I would say like in the East Coast, like New York, Philly, and Jersey, like men here, like gay men here are so weird. Like it's like, for instance, like they would match with you on Tinder or Hinge or whatever, and then like some conversations sometimes go well, and then others is just like, like you matched me, right? Or I matched you, or whatever the case may be, and it's like you hit them up first and they're like super dry. Like it's just like they don't want to even engage in conversation, and I'm just like I don't know. I'm getting on Tinder and Hinge because I potentially want to get into a relationship. Like that's my goal. Like what I mean? Like I want a boyfriend. Like so eventually a husband, life partner. So it's just kind of like I don't know what other people are getting on there for, whether it's for just like because of boredom, they want to make friends, they want sex, they want like I don't know, whatever. And to each his own, that's fine. But it's just like no conversations. It's just kind of like very dry, very like one-worded, very, and I'm just like, but we matched though. Like it's not like we didn't match and I was able to like slide in your DMs and hit you up, and then I could understand why you're being dry, because you're just like, why is this dude hitting me up? Like I'm not interested. But it's just like you saw my pictures, you hopefully read my bio, you know what I'm looking for. So it's just kind of like, why would you even swipe right if you know that either A, like you're not attracted to me, or B, you don't want to have a conversation, or C, you don't like what you saw on my bio. Like it's just counterproductive. Like why swipe right? And I mean, obviously like when I swipe right on guys, like I go in based off looks first of all, because I'm sorry, like I need to be attracted to you, and to each his own. Like if you're attracted to energy and personality solely, that's on you. But I'm attracted to all of that. I need the triple package. I need personality, energy, and looks. Like I need all of that to be aligned with what I'm attracted to. And if it's not, then I'm sorry. Like everyone has a type. So yeah, like when I match with guys, or I'm sorry, when I swipe right on guys, is because I'm attracted to what I see, and I read the bios and I'm like, okay, like let's see, whatever. So I just be so confused when these guys like swipe right on me, and I'm just like, you can't even have a conversation. And even so too, like let's say the conversation is going well and I want to move things further and I want to like exchange numbers, then they get so like skeeved out, or like they go like ghost, and I'm just like, okay, mind you, like I get it. Like I'm not saying like no one is obligated to text me back or call me back, especially if you're like not in a relationship with me and we're just getting to know each other. Like obviously, like I'm not expecting you to text me back right away or whatever. But if you're taking like days to text me back and you're trying to get to know me, it's just kind of like, what is the point? And especially too, like, okay, if you're gonna take days to text me back or hit me back up, it's like at least continue on with the conversation and make the conversation entertaining. Like, let's pick that energy back up. Let's pick up where we left off. It's just kind of like the usual, like, oh hey, how are you? But whatever. It's just kind of like, okay, and then the conversation dies down again. So it's just like, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to like carry conversations, like, you know. And I try to be as what's that word, is it appeasable? Like, I try to appease to other people's needs. So like I always try to ask, like, if I'm first like starting to like text a guy or have conversations with him online, like I always like to ask, like, okay, like, how do you like to communicate? Like, do you like to text more? Do you like to FaceTime? Do you like to have phone calls? You know, I like to FaceTime and text. I don't really like to have conversations on the phone because I don't know. That's just not my preference. So I always try to ask, like, you know, because we could appease a little bit. I could compromise a little bit, and you know, sometimes you could compromise and do what I like as well. So I always ask, and it's like guys will be like, oh, I like X, Y, and Z. So then when I start doing it, it's just like they still they're not consistent, or they're mad dry. And it's just like, I can't like take both of that. Like, if you're not gonna be consistent, at least when you do hit me back up, whether it's days later, at least be enthusiastic, at least make me feel like you want to talk to me, because it's like now it feels like you're just doing it out of obligation, or you felt bad because you didn't text me back right away. And it's just kind of like, I don't want that. I don't need that. Like, I don't need you to feel bad for not texting me back. I need you to feel bad because you're having a dry ass conversation and you were interested in me as well, apparently, because we matched. So it's just corny as fuck to me. Like, sorry, but yeah, it's just corny. Yeah, but yeah, I just don't see how people are doing it. And yeah, it's a really weird time right now. Well, I mean, supposed to be getting better but worse at the same time, because like I said, cases are spiking. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to date anymore, because guys are literally just boring. Like, just like there's no type of effort, no type of enthusiasm. And even like, and this is another thing too, like I was talking to my friend about this the other day when we went out for dinner. Like, the guys that you don't even want, like the ones that you're not even like really attracted to, at least physically, they're the ones that be on your top. Like, they're the ones that be like texting you, hitting you up, trying to hang out, trying to talk, and you're just like, bro, no, like, no, I'm sorry. Like, going back to looks, like, I need to be attracted to you. Like, I am sorry. Like, if I'm not attracted to you whatsoever physically, like, I'm sorry, there's just no way. Like, and I've done it in the past where I've given guys chances that I wasn't attracted to, and it just ended up biting me back in the ass because they ended up playing me. So I'm just like, okay, well, if I'm settling and I'm still getting played, so I might as well accept what I really like or go after what I really like. And if I get played, then at least I know, like, okay, well, at least I was attracted to them in the aspects of what I'm attracted to. So that's why I don't settle anymore when it comes to guys' looks. Well, I'm not gonna settle anymore when it comes to guys' looks or anything else, because it's just kind of like, for what? Like, if everybody else is allowed to have a type, like, for example, there's been plenty of guys that I've hit up on social media or whatever the case may be, because I think they're attractive and they're my type. And there's guys that literally have left me on red, that haven't said anything back or try to play it off when I like try to like engage in conversation or try to show interest. And they play me off because clearly I'm either not their type physically, or they see that I'm probably too feminine or androgynous for them, or they want somebody more masculine, or vice versa, like, whatever. And that's fine, to each his own. But it's just kind of like, I was coming to the point that I was just like, why am I beating myself up or trying to feel bad because I have a type? And I'm just like, oh, I should just give them a chance, when people don't do that for me. Like, people automatically brush me off and be like, oh, well, he's either too thin for me, or too feminine, or whatever. Maybe they don't like my facial features, they're not attracted to my facial features, maybe they want somebody lighter, somebody darker. Like, everyone has a preference, everyone has a taste, and that's completely fine. But it's just like, I'm not gonna downplay what I like anymore. Like, I like what I like, and that's that. So basically what I like, I definitely like tall men. Like, I live for tall men. Like, that's like 6 and over, it's, you get all the fucking brownie, so excuse me, sorry about language. You get all the brownie points. I definitely don't really care what complexion you are. I usually do gravitate to either like dark skinned guys, like really dark skinned guys, or light skinned guys. Like it's like the two extremes, either or. But honestly, I really don't care what your complexion is. I'm a sucker for nice lips. Like the bigger, the better. The softer they look, the better. I love a nice smile. Yeah, those are basically like the top three things I would say would be the height, the lips, and like the smile. That would be pretty much it. Everything else is just kind of like, oh yeah. And I mean, I do like guys that are either like slim or like athletic. I used to like muscular guys. Like I'm attracted to muscular guys, but I can't really see myself dating like a super like juice head or anything like that. Um, but yeah, and I'm attracted to like I like the thighs, like arms, like big arms, nice hands, like little things like that. But those three things that I said in the beginning, those are like my top three that I'm just like, if you don't have any of that, like I just can't. I'm sorry. Um, and then when it comes to the personality, like I definitely like somebody that has like a big sense of humor. Like the darker the better. Respectfully, obviously I don't want you to like out there like disrespecting people and like being insensitive when it comes to like your jokes to someone's face. Like if it's just amongst ourselves sometimes, like, I'll be like, okay, whatever, like, but yeah, I definitely like a jokester, but I also like someone who, like, when it's time to get serious, for them to get serious. Like, I don't want the whole complete relationship for everything to be a joke either. Like, some type of balance. I definitely like somebody that's grounded, that knows what they want, for the most part. Who's going towards a direction of like building their career. And, like just like a positive influence in people's lives, like knows what they want, is a positive influence. Obviously, I don't want it to be like rainbows and a field of daisies, like for them to act like that all the time. Um, but just somebody that's driven, that knows what they want, that's ambitious, hardworking. And I want us to have like similar love languages. Like my love language is definitely like touch, affection. Words sometimes not too much. I'm not really a gifts person. I don't really care if you give me gifts or not. But yeah, definitely touch, sometimes words, and definitely quality time. Quality time is very big for me. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too. I definitely also want somebody that's accepting of my spirituality, which is like I'm a witch. So I definitely want somebody that's accepting of that and that's like not judgmental and like doesn't try to like change my mind or try to like push me towards another religion. So I definitely want somebody like that. And somebody who wants kids also, somebody who definitely wants kids in the future. That's definitely something that I want. And yeah, somebody, I mean, all the other stuff is like, come on, like, I definitely need somebody honest and loyal. That's another thing. Um, this is like one of my favorite quotes that I created myself is, I'd rather you stab me in my chest than in my back. So someone who's brutally honest, like, listen, give me the option to make a decision. Don't take my decision from me. So if you're gonna play me, let me know and then I'll go on. You know what I mean? If you want to have a relationship with somebody else, you never know. I used to be against polyamorous relationships until I realized like, okay, like, I've done research about it as well. And it's like, humans weren't created to be monogamous. I mean, it's a possibility that they can be. They have the ability to be monogamous, but it's like we weren't really brought into this world for that, honestly. So I wouldn't be opposed to be in like a relationship with two men. I honestly wouldn't, but we would just all have to be like on the same page. Like it's just the three of us, nothing else. And it would definitely have to come from a loving place. Like it can't just be like, oh, just a sexual thing. Like, it has to be something very mutual. Um, but yeah, I just feel like everything out in the open, a man that's open about how he feels and what he wants and his needs, especially his needs, I'm all down for. So that's the type of man that I want, and that's the type of man that I'm gonna attract. I'm tired of the fuck boys. I'm tired of the liars. Listen, I'm ready. Or I'm not gonna say I'm ready because, you know, if the divine hasn't brought him into my life yet, then it's obviously because I still have things to work on. And not saying that once I get in a relationship, I'm not gonna have things to work on, because I feel like people still, whether they're in relationships or not, still have things to work on. But when the divine feels like I'm ready to be in a relationship, then he'll come along. But for now, I'm single, and I'm just probably gonna take a break on dating online and getting to know guys online, because clearly they don't want to have a conversation with me because they just be dry and ghosting me or something, whatever. So yeah, but yeah, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.